So let's start with the first question. The Battle of Talikot began on, I have asked you for the month and the date here. So the Battle of Talikot began on 23rd January in the year 1565. I repeat, children, the Battle of Talikot began on 23rd January in the year 1565. Second question. Ramaraya captured dash and dash that enraged the Bahmani sultans. So the answer is Ramaraya captured Vijayapura and Golconda that enraged the Bahmani sultans. I repeat the answer, children. Ramaraya captured Vijayapura and Golconda that enraged the Bahmani sultans. We'll move on to the next question. Krishna Devaraya got the title. What was the title given to him because he encouraged Telugu literature? The title was Andhra Bhoja. So let me just put it in the blank. Krishna Devaraya got the title Andhra Bhoja as he encouraged Telugu literature. Next, the 8 famous scholars during the reign of Krishna Devaraya were called Ashtadiggajas. I repeat that, children. The 8 famous scholars during the reign of Krishna Devaraya were called Ashtadiggajas. The last question. Yavana Raja Pratishthapanacharya was the title given to Krishna Devaraya. The answer is Krishna Devaraya. I repeat the fill in the blank. Yavana Raja Pratishthapanacharya was the title given to Krishna Devaraya. So that's all about the questions. We'll now move on to today's class. We will be learning about the cultural contributions, art and literature of Vijayanagara Empire. Cultural contributions of the Vijayanagara Empire. The Vijayanagara Empire had a strong central administration and it adopted decentralized administrative system. In this kind of administration, there were many ministers to assist the king and leaders of local provinces. For the administrative purpose, the kingdom was divided into provinces. What are provinces? These are smaller territories. They were the administrative divisions. Some would lie directly under the control of the king and some were under the control of the chieftains or the ministers. Here, the kingdom was divided into provinces, provinces into regions, regions into cities, and cities into village groups. I repeat that, children. For the administrative purpose, the kingdom was divided into provinces, provinces into regions, regions into cities, and cities into village groups. The officers were managing the village administration and the king was regarded as the supreme judiciary. What does supreme judiciary mean? It means that he was the main person to take any decision or make any changes in the administration. That is, only he had the authority. About 1/6 of the land revenue was collected as tax. It was a major income and later trade tax, profession tax, fair tax, export tax, and tribute in cash were other incomes to the kingdom. Now we'll move on with social status. During the Vijayanagara period, child marriage and sati system were in practice. Women were respected. Deepavali and Dasara festivals were celebrated grandly. The Dasara festival was celebrated under the king's patronage. Here, the king's patronage means the king used to provide special grants to his people to celebrate the festival in a grand manner. Economic status: agriculture was their main occupation. Rice, maize, sugarcane, and cotton were the major crops. The kings of Vijayanagara encouraged agriculture by building tanks and wells. They had trade links with other countries, and rice, cotton, clothes, iron, diamonds, sugar, musk, sandal, and spices were exported. Horse, silk clothes, makmal clothes were imported. Gold coins were also in use in those days. Literature. During the reign of Vijayanagara, Sanskrit, Telugu, and Kannada were prominent languages. Here is a list of the most important literary works during the Vijayanagara period. Vidyaranya wrote books like Shankara Vijaya and Sarvadarshana Sangraha in Sanskrit. His brother Sayanacharya wrote books like Vedartha Prakasha and Ayurveda Sudhanidhi. Ganga Devi wrote Madhura Vijayam. She was Kampana's queen. Praudadevaraya wrote a great drama called Sudhanidhi. Krishnadevaraya wrote Jambavati Kalyana, Madalasa Charitam, Rasamanjari, and Amukta Malyada. Kumaravyasas Gadugina Bharata, Ratnakaravarni's Bharatisha Vaibhava, Chamarasas Prabhulinga Leele were significant literary works in Kannada. Lakkanna's Shivatattva Chintamani is also famous. Art and sculpture. The art and sculpture of Vijayanagara is the evolutionary form of Dravidian style of architecture. This Dravidian style of architecture is also called as the South Indian style of temple architecture. The temples of that period were built with strong granite rocks. I have mentioned the most important temples which were built during their rule. Let's just quickly look into it. The Krishnaswamy temple, the Lepakshi temple, Sringeri Vidyashankar temple, Ramaswamy temple, Kalyana Mantapa of Virupaksha temple in Hampi, and the Vittalaswamy temple. The Kamala Mahal that I have mentioned in the last was considered to be a recreational center. The art and sculpture of Vijayanagara can be found in Kalahasti, Srishaila, Tirupati, Chidambaram, Srirangam, Kumbakonam, Kanchi, and in other places. The stone chariot, idols of Narasimha and Ganapati illustrate the monolith stone sculpture of the Vijayanagara reign. So what do you mean by the monolith stone sculpture, children? It means using a single large block of stone for architectural or sculptural purpose. Okay? The Dakshinadi music, which is now introduced as Carnatic music, had reached even common people then. Purandaradasa and Kanakadasa contributed a lot in this field. Here is a list of the foreign travelers who visited the Vijayanagara Empire. Domingo Paes. He was a Portuguese traveler who visited the Vijayanagara Empire in 1520 during the rule of Krishna Deva Raya. He stated that Krishna Deva Raya was a soft person with a strong body. Next, Barbosa. He was a Portuguese writer and an officer. He visited the Vijayanagara Empire during the reign of Krishna Deva Raya, and he stated that any Christian, Jew, Muslim, Hindu, or person of any religion can live happily in Vijayanagara Empire because these kings respect all. Next, Abdul Razzaq. He was a Persian ambassador and a scholar who visited the Vijayanagara kingdom during the rule of Deva Raya II. He stated that I have seen such a rich kingdom like Vijayanagara kingdom for the first time. The capital has 7 forts and the Raja's army has lakhs of soldiers. Next, Robert Sewell. He worked in the civil service of the Madras Presidency. He did an extensive work on the history of Vijayanagara Empire. He also authored a book, A Forgotten Empire. He stated that Krishna Deva Raya was an uncommon brave king, an intelligent soldier, and a diplomatic expert. He defeated his enemies and extended his empire in South India. Next, Percy Brown. He was a renowned British scholar, a historian, and an archaeologist. He stated that the art and sculpture of Vijayanagara is the evolutionary form of Dravidian style of architecture. Children, with this, we complete the Vijayanagara Empire. I would request you all to try and attend the assignment questions in the upcoming slide.